A last minute adjustment there. Maybe I adjusted too much. I'll just slouch down a little bit, which is not a problem for me. Not a problem for me to slouch. Welcome to Haiku Friday, April 28th, 2023. First one we have from Max Q. Max Q. Not the Maxiest, but the Max. Max Q writes, Botanic garden, profuse with color and life, nature's spectacle. That is nice. Now, Max Q has been enjoying, uh, you know, decent weather for quite a while. He's sent me pictures of stuff that has growing in the garden, and it's just been lovely. Lots of stuff going on here in Spokane. We're still not past our possible last freeze date, so we have not we've not planted much. We've got stuff out in the greenhouse and things downstairs growing. I planted some peas. That's about it outside, but it's nice and warm out and it feels good. Okay. Now, thank you, Max Q. Lovely as always. We have one from Tom. Tom, who is recovering from surgery and experiencing a rather unique problem, I think. I don't think I've heard of this happening to people before. White out time eddy. Lights go out, sound in vortex, return, whirling light. I mean, I told Tom, I emailed him back and said, this to me sounds like a probing, right? I mean, it happened Mulder and Scully, Dana and Fox. We've been rewatching the X-Files episodes. We went all the way through Mary Tyler Moore. I'll tell you what, at the end last show of Mary Tyler Moore, I got a little lump in my throat. It's a great show. It's a great show. It holds up. All right. Thank you, Tom. Hope these stop. Hope the probing stop. Here's one from Kathy. Now, Kathy put this in the comments, and I have to admit, I didn't catch that it was a haiku at first, but then she sent me a second one, and I caught on. How many times does that happen to me? Probably a lot. Usually I'm good at catching these things, but I caught it after a second one. Okay, first one from Kathy. Damn it. Missed again. I will figure this one out. Same day every week. Second one from Kathy. Days more sunlight now. Outside more tantalizing. Kiss the sky today. I know that feeling. I am with you on that one, Kathy. Thank you. Thank you so much for contributing. And hopefully you do it again soon. Maybe right now as you're watching this. Here's one from our pal Rico-san. The ultimate act of pure love and devotion, cleaning the grease trap. And Rico-san emailed me later. We had a little back and forth talking about fast food work that we had done in the past. I was a Denny's cook for 6 years. Well, I worked at Denny's for 6 years. I was a cook for about 5.5 of those years. Back when you did everything, you cooked it all. It was 24 hours a day. Lots of stuff made from scratch. It was a cool place. I learned a lot. I still think about that job a lot. I have dreams about it. I was telling Rico-san, having to have like 8 items come up on one ticket, like well done liver, well done steak, rare steak, ham and eggs, pancakes, oatmeal, grilled turkey sandwich, you name it, everything having to come up at once. It was great at organizing. Once we got into that flow, that might have been the first time I ever experienced that flow state in my life. But that is Rika-san, the ultimate act of love and devotion. So thank you for that. Um, Here's mine. Eating oranges, sunshines in my gut and bones, citrus fueled mutant. Yes, I have been eating, I don't know if I have a vitamin C deficiency or what, but I tell you, I was never a big orange eater, but I have been just scarfing down the oranges and the grapefruits lately, just like you wouldn't believe it. Well, why wouldn't you believe it? It's not that hard to believe. Okay, so that concludes the formal portion of Haiku Friday. I have put together some things that are going on. If you want to hear what's going on in this neck of the woods with me, I'll let you know. If not, I will see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Send me your haikus, please. All right. Uh, Sarah and I went to the Get Lit festival. We did the pie and whiskey event, which we had never done before. You know, it's so funny in Spokane. You just go to things and you just run into so many people that you know, just over and over in so many different settings. Although there wasn't as much of a crossover between the theater and the literary communities as I thought there might be. Um, but I did see a lot of people. We had a lot of fun. We bought tickets to go to every event, but we wound up only going to one because we had a big run, which I'll talk about on Sunday. And Saturday was kind of shot down with a bunch of other stuff. But we did go to the uh, folks who wrote the Cascadia Field Guide, which is a really cool book. It has actually like things about nature, uh, actually like a taxonomy guide, I guess you would say, about local flora and fauna here in Cascadia, and also poems written devoted to these, and then artwork, which, as you know, if you know me, those are all things that I would just totally dig on. And we did, we both dug on it. And it was great. It was great. I wish we could have done more of the events, but we didn't because what happened? We did the river run on Sunday. And my gosh, what a great day that was. We did the 15 and a half mile run. Sarah and I both did that. And it was a great day for running. It was one of those runs. Last year, I had somebody who got on my ass and stayed on my ass the entire time. Even when I got lost, he called me back and said, "Oh, the turn is back this way." And then I said, "Well, go ahead of me." "Oh, no, 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 I'll just follow you." So this person was on my heels every step of the way for 15 and a half miles. That didn't happen this time. I spent great stretches by myself. And what was I listening to? I was listening to Sirius XM's Seriously Sinatra channel. How weird is that? But I was listening to crooners while I was running along the river, and it was really cool. Um, Beautiful day, beautiful day. And you know, I'm a very slow runner. But I did get third place for women 60 and above. Sarah took first place, women 60 and above. Uh, which leads me to talk a little bit about transition stuff. You know, that's in the news a lot about people transitioning and then running in races. And they think that people do that. People do this kind of thing to win races. I have to say, I was an okay runner uh, when I had testosterone. I was okay. I wasn't great, but I was okay. I would say I'm probably about the same place, and that I would be placing in about the same place I would be placing, regardless of my gender, because that's also what I've read. People who've been bicycle racers who continually place fifth in a bicycle race as male when they start racing as female. after they've done their transition, have their hormone levels checked, all that stuff, they stay in 5th place, and that's just what happens. So if you took 1st place as a male in a race, you're probably gonna take 1st place as a female in a race. It's the way it goes. But that's not that's not how hay is made with politics right now, where you have a lot of one party in particular spouting off a lot of lies, because that's what their base wants to hear, lies. They don't have a problem with that. Um, but Sarah, I used to be about a minute and a half faster than Sarah per mile, and now she's a minute and a half faster than me per mile. That's the way it goes. So that's been going on. I broke out the e-bike, so I've been riding that around a little bit. I'm so close to downtown that I usually just walk downtown. It's a lot less hassle than locking up the bike and all that stuff. But I am getting around a little bit on the e-bike, and I'm enjoying that. I have been working on a lot of paintings going on. I finished this one a little while ago. This is called Lay. Uh, Latah Mammoth Vesper. And this one I did the beginning of last month in April, or this month, April. And I'm doing a series of Latah Mammoth acrylic paintings. This was my second one. And I really, really dig this one. And it's mounted on like gnarly wood, it really rough finished look to it. And it's called Latah Mammoth Basalt Encounter. Woo, woo, woo. So those are two, and I'd like to get at least 5 of these things and have a show around them. And then I have to start selling my art. I just do. It's starting to pile up. And I need to be a little more serious about it. I want to have my stuff in people's homes. It makes me happy. Now, this I'm doing an oil painting. I'm looking at it right now because it's a new series that I'm working on. And what I'm doing is, I don't know if this has been done before, but I'm taking Schmidt. Does anybody out there remember Schmidt beer? We called it animal beer because it always had animals on the cans and on the case on the half rack. You could buy back in the day. You could buy a half rack of Schmidt beer for I think about $3.30. And so it was really cheap beer to drink. They brewed it at the Rainier Brewing Company. Friends of mine went to that. I never had a chance to go see that, but that was pretty cool. And but the animals always looked a little slightly inebriated to me, like they were having a good time, just a little bit. They aren't staggering drunk. So right now I'm looking at one that I'm doing. It's it's a lot like the label, but I'm using brighter colors and kind of weirder colors. But it's going to be I'm painting it all by. I'm not doing any stencils, not doing any kind of cheating. It's all my interpretation of it, and it's the elk one, which I think we got a lot of the elks. So that is what I'm looking at right now, and I hope to be able to show you that next week. It's an oil painting, which oils take a long time to dry. I love working with oils though, but oh gosh, I have created such a mess out of my paint tubes. But that one, I'm going to do a series of those too. So I'm doing these series, and I will be seriously trying to sell some art soon. What else? I don't have I should have brought this, but I do have a new KYRS poster for out and about. I have a KYRS t-shirt for out and about that any sales of the t-shirts, I'm going to give away the posters, but any sales of the t-shirts will be any profits will go to KYRS. And there's really not a lot of profit margin through Threadless, but if you wanted one, they're there. And I'll put a link to that down in the comment section. And I'll put a link to the poster. And if you want a poster, I'll get one in your hands. I wanted to print it on cardstock, but just printing them on plain paper, I don't know. There was a mix up in the communication, but oh well. Oh, I'm gonna start on my free art on the wall, start working on making those. They're gonna be 6-inch by 6-inch wood panels. They will be free. I think I'm gonna do 10 of them, and, I'll fill you in on the details. That'll be this summer, but I need to start making prepping them, at least, start getting going on that. Uh, Guest this week on Out and About, which is on KYRS 88.1, 92.3 FM, also streaming at KYRS. My guests this week are going to be folks from Bright Comet Theater. Um, they're doing the play Lizzie, and their Lord of the Flies production was great, and so I'm looking forward to talking with them and asking them some questions because I'm working on Plan 9 for Outer Space, converting that motion picture, which was awful, into an awful radio play, and, and that's gonna be in the same space that they have done their show, so I'm gonna ask for a little advice maybe on that. And, let's see, I planted peas in the backyard. I've got the pea or in the front yard garden, which we're gonna put sprinkler system in our lawn finally after living here for 20 something years. As Sarah gets ready to retire, we wanna be able to take off, and so we'll be doing that. I planted my peas, but that's about all you can put in there right now in the garden. But gardening, I have not my heart's not been in it this year as much as usual. I don't know, maybe I'm done with gardening. I don't know. All right. So thanks for sticking with me as I go through my litany of things that are going on. And I appreciate you tuning in so much. Send me your haikus, won't you? Please. And I will read them. I will read them right here. Thanks so much. Love you guys. Thank you for letting me read your haikus. And have a great weekend. Take care. Get out in the sunshine, and I will see y'all later. Bye now.